Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Detroit Lions. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from Ford Field.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Hey, take a shot now.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
2nd and 7.
Here's Goff.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
Gibbs on the toss left.
Able to slither by. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Flushed out right.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now it's Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Allen going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Shoves him aside, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try the middle with Cook. 4 yards the pickup, first down. To throw, it's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Cook up the gut. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Now Allen.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
This out quickly to Williams. Now he's loose up the left sideline. Now look out, Jamison Williams.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
92 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have.
There he goes, right side.
He's to the 15. Touchdown. James Cook.
75 yards.
And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
St. Brown in motion right.
On first down, it's Goff. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, and now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
On first down, Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
In motion right, that's Williams. Counter play, here's Gibbs.
A beautiful fake. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
The Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Allen now on first down. And Diggs has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. To the air, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Throwing now is Allen. Flushed out right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on third down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Rolling to his right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Quentin Morris.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, Because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
St. Brown in motion right. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw. Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now a 2nd and 2.
A give. This is Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Allen's throw is complete.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. On first down, Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now Allen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.